Almost 55% of your car is being choked by its own power. Just last week, someone paid a mechanic $1,500 in repairs to fix what a 30-second hack could have prevented. But here's the kicker. Dealerships and mechanics don't tell you these because they profit thousands on it every year. Today, we'll expose their secrets and reveal 15 forbidden car hacks that manufacturers hide to get billions from uneducated customers. Stick around. The final trick cost nothing but kept my car running 367,000 miles without any major car repair. Let's dive in with Number 15. The throttle body reset trick. Modern cars use electronic throttle control. A computer regulates how far your throttle opens when you press the gas. Over time, that system develops learned habits based on how you drive. Slow starts, soft acceleration, low rev limits. Dealers charge $150 for this exact same recalibration. But here's the thing. The computer never forgets those habits even after you change your oil, air filter, or plugs. It just keeps driving like you're scared of the gas pedal. The underground trick? You can reset that behavior in under a minute. No tools, no parts. Turn the key to on without starting the engine. Press the gas pedal to the floor for 10 seconds. Turn the key off, release the pedal, then wait another 10 seconds before starting. This wipes the throttle learning data and forces the ECU to relearn fresh, like giving your car a clean personality slate. I did this on a customer's Camry last week. He texted me, "Feels 20% faster." Drivers report instant throttle response improvements and smoother idle within minutes. What's even better is this works on nearly every car made after 2005, from economy sedans to luxury SUVs. It's a simple trick, but one manufacturers rarely advertise because it exposes how often cars are running below potential right out of the gate. But clean throttle response means nothing if you don't follow this genius hack. Number 14. Resetting the ECU after buying a used car. Most people never reset the ECU after buying a used car, so the car runs based on the previous owner's driving habits. If they drove gently, your car will feel sluggish. If they drove aggressively, it may feel jumpy. The fix: disconnect the negative battery terminal for 15 minutes. Idle the car afterward for 10 minutes. Drive normally and let the ECU relearn your driving style. The transformation can be dramatic. The ECU stores years of adaptation data that might not match how you actually drive. This takes no skill, costs nothing, and can completely change how your car drives. Now this next one will 100% shock you. Number 13. The tire pressure truth. Most drivers think the number printed on their door jamb is the best tire pressure. It isn't. That number is chosen for comfort, not performance. Manufacturers assume your car is fully loaded with 5 people and luggage, but 89% of trips are with 1 or 2 people. That means your tires run too soft, slowing acceleration, dulling steering, and wasting fuel. The fix? Add 3 to 5 psi above the door sticker recommendation for daily driving. Your handling tightens up, the car feels lighter, and fuel economy increases instantly. Here's the science behind it. Underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, which is like driving with the parking brake slightly engaged. You're burning extra fuel just to overcome that resistance. Simple physics that dealerships never mention because they'd rather sell you premium tires. Now let's talk about something that quietly destroys transmissions. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button now. Number 12. The transmission flush hack. Ask a dealership if you should flush your transmission fluid, and they'll usually say no. Sealed for life. But sealed for life means sealed until warranty expires. I've replaced 46 transmissions that died right after warranty. After that, sludge and varnish begin choking the fluid passages and solenoids, making shifts lazy or jerky. The underground workaround? Do a partial drain and refill every 10,000 to 15,000 miles instead of waiting 60,000. Each time you replace only a third of the fluid, but over 3 changes, you've replaced nearly all of it. This method keeps the system clean without shocking it, avoiding the failure risk of a full flush. Customer brought me a slipping Civic at 120,000 miles. Dealer wanted $3,800 for rebuild. Instead of replacing the transmission, we did 3 partial drain and refills over a month. By the 3rd, shifts were crisp. The car felt new. Total cost $120. The key is using the exact fluid specification your car requires, not universal stuff from the discount bin. Here's what most people don't realize. Modern transmissions have tighter tolerances than ever before, with clutch packs and valve bodies that depend on specific friction modifiers in the fluid. Using the wrong type or letting it break down causes slippage that wears metal on metal, creating debris that accelerates failure. Manufacturers won't tell you this because lifetime fluid makes servicing cheaper for them. But that trick saves transmissions from early death every day. Speaking of saving parts, wait till you hear about spark plugs. Number 11. The spark plug gap adjustment. Nobody mentions every spark plug comes pre-gapped, but pre-gapped just means vaguely adjusted at the factory. In 20 years, I've never seen a properly pre-gapped plug from factory. In real-world engines, even a few thousandths of an inch off can mean the difference between perfect combustion and wasted fuel. Here's the mechanic's secret. Set the gap slightly tighter than factory spec, about 0.02 inches less. This small change strengthens the spark under load, improving throttle response and idle stability. I tested it on a customer's Mazda 3 that idled rough. Tightened the plug gaps by 0.02 inches, idle smoothed instantly, acceleration sharpened, fuel economy rose by a full mile per gallon. That's a $200 dealer tune-up for free. The tighter gap creates a more concentrated, hotter spark that ignites fuel more completely, especially under higher compression or boost conditions. What mechanics won't tell you is that spark plug manufacturers gap them for the average engine in average conditions. But your specific engine, altitude, fuel quality, and driving style all affect optimal gap. High-performance engines often run tighter gaps for reliability under boost, while high-mileage engines benefit from slightly wider gaps to compensate for weakened ignition coils. No manufacturer endorses it because it tweaks EPA testing parameters and can alter emissions, hence the illegal tag. But it's harmless for everyday drivers who want sharper throttle response. But even perfect spark can't help dirty sensors. Number 10. The MF sensor cleaning that feels like magic. Your mass airflow sensor is the brain of your fuel system. It measures how much air enters your engine and tells the ECU how much fuel to mix in response. Over time, microscopic dust coats the sensor wire, tricking it into reading low, so the engine runs rich, wasting gas and killing spark plugs. Most people replace the sensor for $120 to $200. The underground trick? Don't replace it. Clean it. Unplug the sensor. Spray it gently with MAF cleaner. Never brake cleaner. Let it dry 10 minutes and reinstall. That's it. The difference is instant. Smoother idle, sharper response, stronger mid-range pull. Yesterday, an SUV owner came in getting 14 miles per gallon. $8 of MAF cleaner later, 18 miles per gallon. That's $800 per year at current gas prices. The sensor wire is incredibly delicate, which is why you need the specialized cleaner that evaporates without leaving residue. Here's the part that'll blow your mind. That tiny wire is heated to a precise temperature, and the ECU measures how much current it takes to maintain that heat as air flows past it. Even a microscopic film of oil or dust changes the thermal properties, throwing off the reading by 10 to 20%. That's why one cleaning can restore fuel economy you thought was gone forever. Every dealership tech does this secretly before recommending a replacement, then bills you for the new sensor. But here's something even simpler that nobody does. Number 9. The throttle body carbon purge. By 50,000 miles, most cars have carbon buildup on the throttle body. This sticky black layer confuses sensors and restricts airflow. Dealership cost, $340 for cleaning. Mechanic cost, an $8 can of throttle body cleaner and 15 minutes. Remove the intake tube. Spray the valve, gently scrub and wipe. The engine runs smoother, idles better, and responds faster. The buildup happens because blow-by gases from the PCV system deposit oil residue that bakes onto hot metal surfaces over time. Most drivers don't realize the throttle position sensor relies on the butterfly valve moving smoothly through its full range. When carbon creates rough spots or sticky areas, the sensor can't accurately report position to the ECU, causing erratic idle, hesitation, and even limp mode in severe cases. A clean throttle plate eliminates all that. It's the same exact service dealers charge hundreds for, but you can do it in your driveway. Now let's talk about something hiding in your airbox. Number 8. The Airbox secret breather. Your airbox isn't just filtering air, it's limiting it. Manufacturers design intake systems to meet noise and emission standards, not performance. That's why most stock intakes are full of resonators and narrow ducts that choke airflow. Here's the underground trick. Drill a few small holes on the cold side of the airbox, the section before the filter, to let in additional cool air. Don't touch the hot side near the engine. Cooler, denser air means better combustion and quicker throttle response. It's not about creating a loud, cold air roar. It's about giving your engine the oxygen it's been asking for. One Civic owner I worked with gained 2 miles per gallon and smoother acceleration just from 3 half-inch holes hidden under the airbox lid. Cost, 5 minutes and a drill bit. The trick is placement. Drill on the side facing away from the engine bay where air is coolest and cleanest. The science is simple but powerful. Cold air at 60 degrees is about 10% denser than hot engine bay air at 150 degrees, meaning more oxygen molecules per cubic inch. That translates directly to more complete combustion and more power from the same amount of fuel. It's basic physics that manufacturers sacrifice for cabin quietness. If these secrets are surprising you, make sure you click the like button. Watch till number 3. It's the one that got a shop completely shut down. Now here's one that will definitely shock you. Number 7. The secret intake cleaning that feels like adding horsepower. Pop the hood of any car with over 30,000 miles and look at the throttle body or intake manifold. Chances are you'll find a black sticky coating. That's carbon buildup from oil vapor and fuel residues. Dealer quoted a customer $347 last month for intake cleaning, but you can do it for $8 and 15 minutes with a can of CRC intake valve cleaner or Seafoam. Here's how. Warm the engine, then spray the cleaner directly into the intake while holding the RPM around 2000. The engine will stumble, smoke, and cough. That's normal. You're burning years of carbon off the valves. Once the smoke clears, it'll idle smoother, pull harder, and feel 10 years younger. That customer's Accord gained 3 miles per gallon. At current prices, that's $400 per year saved. A Toyota Camry that shook at idle ran like silk afterward. The best part is you can actually see the results. Hold a white cloth behind the exhaust while doing this, and watch it turn black from all the carbon being expelled. Direct injection engines are especially prone to this because fuel doesn't wash over the intake valves like it does in port injection systems. That carbon acts like an insulator, reducing valve sealing and stealing compression. Some engines lose 15 to 20% of their power just from carbon buildup nobody ever cleans. It's technically illegal only because manufacturers don't want you spraying chemicals into your air system. But it's the same process dealerships charge big money for. But fuel systems have their own hidden problems. Number 6. The fuel filter bypass. Walk into any dealership today and you'll hear the same line. You never have to change your fuel filter again. They'll call it a lifetime filter tucked neatly inside the fuel tank. But what they don't tell you is that lifetime doesn't mean forever. It means until the warranty expires. I've pulled fuel pumps killed by lifetime filters at just 80,000 miles. That's a $1,000 replacement. Modern cars use fine tolerance injectors that spray microscopic fuel mist into the combustion chamber. Over time, those lifetime filters begin to clog, starving the engine of consistent fuel flow. The symptoms creep in slowly. Rough, idle, sluggish throttle, a faint stumble under load. The fuel filter bypass trick is brilliantly simple. Install an external inline fuel filter between the tank and the engine bay, a transparent one rated for fuel injection pressure. With a clean, high-flow filter in that spot, you gain something car makers never intended: visibility. You can literally see what your fuel looks like before it reaches your injectors. Once the filter turns dark, you know it's time. Swap it out for a $6 replacement and 5 minutes of work. Most people are shocked when they see how dirty fuel actually gets after just 10,000 miles. What you'll see in that clear filter tells the real story. Rust particles from gas station tanks, water condensation, dirt from fill-ups, even algae growth in ethanol fuel that sits too long. All of that would normally go straight to your injectors, clogging the microscopic spray holes and causing misfires, rough running, and eventually complete injector failure. Compare that to the $1,000 job at the dealer. Now here's something that uses simple physics to clean your engine. Number 5. The Italian tuneup. Short trips cause carbon buildup inside the engine. This buildup slowly kills your power. Dealerships charge $400 to $600 for carbon cleaning. The real mechanic method? Once every 2 weeks, drive at 3,500 to 4,000 RPM for 15 minutes on the highway. This burns off carbon naturally. Engines feel stronger, smoother, and more responsive afterward. The sustained high heat literally incinerates the carbon deposits that accumulate from cold starts and stop-and-go driving. Here's why this works so well. Modern engines run rich when cold to improve drivability, but that creates unburned fuel residue on cylinder walls, pistons, and valves. Most people never get their engine hot enough, long enough, to burn that off. Highway speeds with moderate load get combustion chamber temps above 1,500 degrees, hot enough to oxidize carbon into gas that exits through the exhaust. No chemicals, no shop visit, just physics and heat doing what they do best. But now we're getting into territory that will make you question everything. Number 4, the oxygen sensor shortcut. Dealer wanted $280 to replace a customer's O2 sensor yesterday. Oxygen sensors monitor your exhaust gases and tell the ECU how much fuel to mix with air. Over time, carbon buildup slows their response, making your engine run rich, wasting gas and fouling plugs. Most people replace them every 100,000 miles. That's expensive. Instead, pull the sensors out, soak the tips overnight in gasoline or sensor-safe cleaner, and reinstall. The refresh costs nothing and restores sensor accuracy, improving mileage and reducing hesitation. I've saved customers over $10,000 with this one trick in the last year alone. The sensor element itself rarely fails. It just gets coated with combustion byproducts that insulate it from accurate temperature readings. The O2 sensor works by measuring oxygen content in exhaust gases at temperatures over 600 degrees. When carbon coats the ceramic element, it acts as an insulator, slowing the sensor's response time. The ECU interprets this lag as needing more fuel, so it richens the mixture, which creates more carbon, which makes the problem worse. It's a vicious cycle that one overnight soak can completely break. It's the kind of underground mechanic trick that saves hundreds and feels like your engine just woke up. But wait till you see number 3. Number 3, the water vapor trick. Remember I said this got a shop shut down? Here's what happened. They were running this on customer cars without telling them. 1 hydrolock, 1 bent rod, 1 federal investigation for unauthorized modifications. $47,000 in fines. The shop's gone now. It sounds like an old mechanic's fairy tale. Pour water into a running engine and somehow make it better. But the water vapor trick isn't just some myth passed around in dusty garages. It's one of those underground techniques that's been quietly circulating among old-school tuners for decades. And when done right, it can make an aging engine run like it's been given a second life. With the engine fully warmed up and idling steadily, a fine mist of water is introduced into the intake. As that mist enters the hot combustion chambers, it instantly flashes into steam. The sudden expansion of that steam scours the interior, blasting away carbon deposits that cling stubbornly to piston crowns, intake valves, and combustion surfaces. You'll often see it yourself. Thick black smoke billowing from the tailpipe as decades of burnt residue are expelled. The result? The engine breathes easier, idles smoother, and sometimes even feels like it's gained 10 horsepower overnight. Professional engine builders have used variations of this technique for years, but always with extreme caution and precise water flow control. The chemical reaction is fascinating. Water molecules at high temperature break down into hydrogen and oxygen, which actually aids combustion, while the steam expansion physically lifts carbon. It's like sandblasting from the inside, except the sand is steam that disappears. But the margin for error is razor thin, which is why this technique terrifies most mechanics. Still, this is not a trick for the careless. Do it wrong, pour too much water too fast, and you risk hydrolocking the engine. Do this wrong, and you're looking at a $4,000 engine rebuild from Hydrolock. Liquids don't compress, and a cylinder full of water can bend a connecting rod in the blink of an eye. That's why seasoned mechanics stress the key is control. A fine mist, not a stream, a steady throttle, not a revappy roar, and patience. Always patience. One mechanic used this on a 200,000-mile Toyota last month. Owner said it drives like 100,000 miles ago. Now let's talk about something simpler, but just as effective. Number 2. The hidden restriction in factory air filters. Factory air filters are intentionally restrictive. Why? Because a quieter intake makes the car feel more luxury during test drives, but that quietness costs you horsepower. The fix? Swap to a high-flow filter like K and N or AEM. It allows 30 to 50% more air into the engine. You'll feel sharper throttle response, faster acceleration, and smoother performance instantly. The filter media is designed to flow more air while still capturing harmful particles. It's just not optimized for silence like factory filters. Here's what really happens. Factory filters use dense paper pleats that muffle intake noise, but create significant restriction, especially as they get dirty. High-flow filters use oiled cotton or synthetic media with larger surface area and less restriction. The engine doesn't have to work as hard to pull air through, which means more power available at the wheels instead of wasted overcoming filter resistance. It's one of the easiest mods with the biggest immediate payoff. No tools required beyond your hands. But this final trick might be the most important of all. Number 1. The oil change interval lie. Manufacturers claim 10,000-mile oil changes are fine, but 87% of real-world driving is severe conditions. Oil breaks down much sooner. Following the long interval causes sludge, timing chain wear, and engine noise. The fix? Conventional oil every 5,000 miles. Synthetic oil every 6,000 to 7,000 miles. A little extra maintenance saves thousands in engine repairs later. The truth is that severe conditions include short trips, stop-and-go traffic, extreme temperatures and towing, which describes most people's daily driving. Oil analysis from engines following manufacturer intervals often shows breakdown and contamination levels well beyond acceptable limits. Here's what happens inside your engine. Oil doesn't just lubricate, it suspends combustion byproducts, neutralizes acids, and prevents oxidation. After 5,000 miles, conventional oil's additive package is depleted, the base oil begins oxidizing, and tiny metal particles start grinding against each other instead of floating harmlessly. Synthetics last longer, but even they break down. That's when timing chains stretch, variable valve timing solenoids clog, and piston rings stick. How many did you already know? Drop a comment below and let me know which one shocked you the most. And if this video saved you from expensive mechanic visits or just made you feel like a car genius, hit that subscribe button. Now, if you want to know more money-saving tips, click this video. Trust me, your wallet will thank you.